Welcome to Wonderslate. Subscribe to our Telegram channel given in the description to updates and study materials. Topic for today's quiz is Working of Institutions. Question number 1. When was the second backward class commission appointed? Option A. 1969. Option B. 1976. Option C. 1979. Option D. 1989. The correct answer is Option C. 1979. The Government of India had appointed the Second Backward Classes Commission in 1979. It was headed by B.P. Mandal. Hence it was popularly called the Mandal Commission. Question number 2. Who is the highest formal authority in the country? Option A. Prime Minister. Option B. President. Option C. Auditor General. Option D. Chief Justice of India. The correct answer is Option B. President. President is the head of the state and is the highest formal authority in the country. Question number 3. For how long can the Rajya Sabha delay a money bill? Option A. 7 days. Option B. 14 days. Option C. 15 days. Option D. 1 month. The correct answer is Option B. 14 days. Lok Sabha exercises more powers in money matters. Once the Lok Sabha passes the budget of the government or any other money-related law, the Rajya Sabha cannot reject it. The Rajya Sabha can only delay it by 14 days or suggest changes in it. The Lok Sabha may or may not accept these changes. Question number 4. Who holds the most important and powerful position in the government? Option A. Prime Minister. Option B. President. Option C. Auditor General. Option D. Chief Justice of India. The correct answer is Option A. Prime Minister. If the cabinet is the most powerful institution in India, within the cabinet it is the Prime Minister who is the most powerful. The powers of the Prime Minister in all parliamentary democracies of the world have increased so much in recent decades that parliamentary democracies are sometimes seen as prime ministerial form of government. Question number 5. What happens when the Prime Minister in India quits? Option A. President will choose any leader as the Prime Minister. Option B. Any leader from the ministry can be chosen as ministry. Option C. The entire ministry quits. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is Option C. The entire ministry quits. The Prime Minister exercises general supervision of different ministries. All ministers work under his leadership. The Prime Minister distributes and redistributes work to the ministers. He also has the power to dismiss ministers. When the Prime Minister quits, the entire ministry quits. Question number 6. Which body acts as the guardian of fundamental rights? Option A. Executive. Option B. Supreme Court. Option C. Legislature. Option D. Election Commission. The correct answer is Option B. Supreme Court. The powers and the independence of the Indian judiciary allow it to act as the guardian of the fundamental rights. Question number 7. How can a judge of the Supreme Court be removed? Option A. By the Supreme Court through impeachment. Option B. By the Parliament through impeachment. Option C. By the President alone. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is Option B. By the Parliament through impeachment. Once a person is appointed as judge of the Supreme Court or the High Court, it is nearly impossible to remove him or her from that position. It is as difficult as removing the President of India. A judge can be removed only by an impeachment motion passed separately by 2/3 members of the two houses of the Parliament. It has never happened in the history of Indian democracy. Question number 8. Which of the following institutions can make changes to the existing law of the country? Option A. The Supreme Court. Option B. Council of Ministers. Option C. The Prime Minister. Option D. The Parliament. The correct answer is Option D. The Parliament. Parliament is the final authority for making laws in any country. This task of lawmaking or legislation is so crucial that these assemblies are called legislatures. Parliaments all over the world can make new laws, change existing laws, or abolish existing laws and make new ones in their place. Question number 9. What is a public interest litigation? Option A. Filing a case in the court in the interest of the public. Option B. Procedure of removal of president. Option C. Reviewing of Supreme Court judgments. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is Option A. Filing a case in the court in the interest of the public. Anyone can approach the courts if public interest is hurt by the actions of government. This is called public interest litigation. The courts intervene to prevent the misuse of the government's power to make decisions. They check malpractices on the part of public officials. Question number 10. Which organ of the government has the power to interpret the Constitution? Option A. Supreme Court. Option B. Parliament. Option C. High Court. Option D. Both A and C. The correct answer is Option D. Both A and C. The Supreme Court and the High Courts have the power to interpret the Constitution of the country. They can declare invalid any law of the legislature or the actions of the executive, whether at the union level or at the state level, if they find such a law or action is against the Constitution. Question number 11. What is Parliament? Option A. All members appointed by the central government. Option B. Assembly of elected representatives at the national level. Option C. Judges of the Supreme and High Courts. Option D. Assembly of elected representatives at the state level. The correct answer is Option B. Assembly of elected representatives at the national level. In all democracies, an assembly of elected representatives exercises supreme political authority on behalf of the people. In India, such a national assembly of elected representatives is called Parliament. At the state level, this is called legislature or legislative assembly. Question number 12. Choose the type of executive in India. Option A. Army executive. Option B. Permanent executive. Option C. Judicial executive. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is Option B. Permanent executive. In a democratic country, two categories make up the executive. One that is elected by the people for a specific period is called the political executive. Political leaders who take the big decisions fall in this category. In the second category, people are appointed on a long-term basis. This is called the permanent executive or civil services. They remain in office even when the ruling party changes. These officers work under political executive and assist them in carrying out the day-to-day administration. Question number 13. The Council of Ministers at the center is responsible to whom? Option A. The Parliament. Option B. The Prime Minister. Option C. The President. Option D. The Lok Sabha. The correct answer is option D. The Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha controls the Council of Ministers. Only a person who enjoys the support of the majority of the members in the Lok Sabha is appointed the Prime Minister. If the majority of the Lok Sabha members say they have no confidence in the Council of Ministers, all ministers including the Prime Minister have to quit. Question number 14. About how many ministers are there in the cabinet? Option A, 12. Option B, 16. Option C, 20. Option D, 24. The correct answer is option C, 20. Cabinet ministers are usually top-level leaders of the ruling party or parties who are in charge of the major ministries. Usually the cabinet ministers meet to take decisions in the name of the Council of Ministers. Cabinet is thus the inner ring of the Council of Ministers. It comprises about 20 ministers. Question number 15. What is the government formed by an alliance of two or more political parties called? Option A, joint government. Option B, coalition government. Option C, cooperation government. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, coalition government. Coalition government is a government formed by an alliance of two or more political parties, usually when no single party enjoys majority support of the members in a legislature. Question number 16. What is meant by Office Memorandum? Option A, order issued by the Government of India. Option B, list of voters. Option C, secret document of army. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A, order issued by the Government of India. Office Memorandum is a communication issued by an appropriate authority stating the policy or decision of the government. Question number 17. What do the civil servants do? Option A, they ensure security to the citizens. Option B, they implement the minister's decisions. Option C, they provide facilities for education and health to all. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option B. They implement the minister's decisions. The civil servants, working together, are responsible for taking steps to implement the minister's decisions. Question number 18. Apart from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, who else constitutes the parliament? Option A, Governor. Option B, Prime Minister. Option C, Chief Minister. Option D, President. The correct answer is option D, President. In our country, the parliament consists of two houses. The two houses are known as the Council of States, Rajya Sabha, and the House of the People, Lok Sabha. The President of India is a part of the parliament, although she is not a member of either house. That is why all laws made in the houses come into force only after they receive the assent of the President. Question number 19. The President of India is elected by option A, direct election by citizens who are 18 years of age. Option B, elected by Parliament and the elected members of the legislative assemblies. Option C, the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, elected by Parliament and the elected members of the legislative assemblies. The President is not elected directly by the people. The elected members of Parliament, MPs, and the elected members of the legislative assemblies, MLAs, elect her. A candidate standing for president's post has to get a majority of votes to win the election. Question number 20. The judges of Supreme Court are appointed by Option A. President. Option B. Prime Minister. Option C. Auditor General. Option D. Law Minister. The correct answer is Option A. President. The judges of the Supreme Court and the High Courts are appointed by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister and in consultation with the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like practice this quiz, then download the Wonderslate app now, link in the description below. If you have any suggestion for us, feel free to leave comments. If you liked the video and want to see more of it, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to click on subscribe button to get more updates of the future videos.